Hey guys, what's going on? I hope you're all doing well. A few of you may remember my old videos where I used to compare different clients against each other. Well, today, for old time's sake, I thought I would bring back my old format. Today we will be comparing a few clients for Minecraft 1.19 to determine which client has the best features. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to remind you all that I am hosting a $2,000 client giveaway when I get to 15,000 subscribers, so make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss that. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to the legends that are my YouTube members. Today, I will be comparing the 4 most popular free clients for Minecraft 1.19, Wurst, Aristois, Bleach Hack and Meteor. These are all for the Java version of Minecraft, just in case any Bedrock players are watching this video. I'm going to analyze each client individually, while giving each client a score of between 0 and 10 on 5 different categories, for a total of 50 points. I will then compare the client's scores at the end of the video to determine which client is the best. All of the clients in this video are safe to use, and I have linked their official download links in the video's description. I have also linked all of the mods that I use in this video, like mod menu and iris for shaders, as well as the texture pack and shaders I used throughout this video. Okay, so to start, let's take a look at the combat modules offered by Wurst. Wurst offers its users 21 different combat modules. While the client does have working Anchor Aura and Crystal Aura modules, they just aren't very smart or fast. The Auto Totem module cannot be used as an offhand, and the client lacks essential modules like Surround or Burrow. Thankfully, the Kill Aura module works really well, and there are a few other okay PvP modules. I can't give Wurst more than 5 out of 10 for its combat modules. Wurst offers its users a lot of useful and interesting utility hacks, like Build Random, which randomizes the block in your hand, or Excavator, which can be used to clear out a large area of land automatically, both of which can be very helpful for building. Wurst also has a few render modules and a few cool automation modules like Auto Bone Meal or Auto Feed. Overall, Wurst offers a good amount of useful utility hacks, though the client does lack a few essential utility hacks used on Anarchy servers like New Chunks, for example. Wurst also has a few cool modules for trolling your friends like Kill Potion or Troll Potion, but these do require creative mode to be generated. As for a score, I can't give Wurst's utility hacks more than a 7 out of 10. Some of the modules offered by Wurst have a lot of settings, while others have close to no settings. Overall, I was quite disappointed with the amount of settings for modules, though again a few of the modules did have a lot of settings like Follow or Kill Aura, for example. But again, I feel that a lot of the modules could benefit from more settings, so I can't give the client more than 5 out of 10. Wurst actually has 2 different GUIs. The first one can be accessed with right control. This GUI is very unique and I like how simple it is to use, while the second GUI can be accessed with right control. I personally prefer this style of GUI, though the Wurst version of this GUI is pretty bad. It feels like more of an afterthought to me. Wurst does have a nice color picker, but the client lacks a click and drag HUD editor, and so again I can't score the client more than 7 out of 10 for its GUI. Overall, in my opinion, Wurst is a great client for people that are new to hacking in Minecraft. The lack of settings make things easier to use, though the modules may be less effective. While the client does have 2 GUIs, only one of them is really worth using. Wurst does have some cool utility modules not found in other clients, and they have recently added a no chat report module to the client, which is nice to see. Overall, I give Wurst a score of 6 out of 10. Adding all of the scores together, Wurst scores 30 out of 50, a pretty average score for a pretty average client. Again, let's take a look at some of the combat modules offered by Aristois. Combat. Aristois offers its users 14 different PvP modules. The client does actually have a few more, but they are hidden behind a payment wall. More on this later. Unfortunately, Aristois is not a great client for PvP. The client lacks Anchor Aura, Auto Totem, Offhand, Surround, and a lot of other essential modules. Most of these aren't even available for people who donate to the client, so I give Aristois a score of 3 out of 10. Aristois fares a little bit better when it comes to utility hacks. There are a decent amount of movement, render and world modules. Though the client doesn't really have any unique modules, I can't tell if the client was made for Anarchy or for minigames. The client has modules for both of these use cases, but none of the modules are amazing, so I can't score Aristois more than 5 out of 10 for its utility hacks. Unfortunately, most of the modules offered by Aristois lack settings. Some of the modules have more settings than others, but the modules that have more settings still lack certain things. I wish I could score this client better, but due to the lack of settings, I can't score Aristois more than 4 out of 10. Fortunately for Aristois, I like their GUI. It is very simple to use and I like how it is organized by default. Often clients have bad layouts when you first install them, but Aristois has a very nice layout. The client lacks a click and drag HUD editor and users cannot customize how the GUI looks. So again, I can't score the client more than 6 out of 10 for its GUI. Like I said earlier, some of the modules are hidden behind a donation page. It feels a bit scammy that the 3 amounts you can choose from are not what you actually pay. While you may select €8, you will be charged €8.99, which just doesn't feel right to me. On a more positive note, the client does have a very easy to use and good looking installer. The client is also one of very few clients for Minecraft 1.19 that can be used with Forge. Most other 1.19 clients can only be used with Fabric, but again, considering all of the client's other flaws, I can't score it more than 6 out of 10. This means that Aristois scores a total of 24 out of 50. Don't forget to watch to the end of the video to see all of the client scores compared to each other. Now let's take a look at some of the combat modules offered by Bleach Hack. Bleach Hack does have a few PvP modules, 8 to be precise. Unfortunately, and I think quite obviously, the client lacks certain modules like Anchor Aura for example, though the few modules that Bleach Hack does offer work pretty well. The Kill Aura is good and the Crystal Aura is okay, but unfortunately due to the lack of modules I can't give Bleach Hack more than 4 out of 10. Bleach Hack was made for Anarchy and because of this the client offers its users a lot of useful utility hacks. Bleach Hack was one of the first 1.19 clients to introduce a working new chunks module and a lot of the other clients use the code from Bleach Hack's new chunk module. Bleach Hack has a good range of utility hacks and most of them are helpful for Anarchy. As for a score, I can't score Bleach Hack higher than 8 out of 10 for its utility hacks. Most of the modules offered by Bleach Hack have a lot of settings, though there are a few modules that could maybe benefit from some more settings. Overall, I was happy with the amount of settings offered by most of the modules, so I would give Bleach Hack a score of 7 out of 10 for its module settings. The GUI is super simple but in a good way. I personally like the default look of Bleach Hack. Unfortunately, for those of you who don't like how it looks, it is not very customizable. Thankfully, Bleach Hack does have a very customizable click and drag HUD editor, which I always like to see. So I score Bleach Hack 6 out of 10 for its GUI. I would maybe score it a bit higher if it was more customizable. Overall, I think Bleach Hack is a great alternative to some of the other free clients. Bleach Hack is great for Anarchy and the client is open source so anyone can add their own custom modules with a bit of Java knowledge. For an overall score, I would give Bleach Hack 7 out of 10. This gives Bleach Hack a total score of 32 out of 50. Before we take a look at the next client, I just wanted to take a quick break and remind you all to like or dislike the video so that I know if you're enjoying my content. I never set a like goal, but could we try and hit 200 likes on this video? Thanks for all of the support. And lastly, the client that I assume a lot of you have been waiting for. Let's take a look at the combat modules offered by Meteor. With 29 combat related modules, Meteor blows away all of the competition on this list. The client offers all of the popular PvP modules that you may ever need. Modules like Kill Aura and Anchor Aura are pretty good, and the Crystal Aura is also pretty strong. Users can also install more PvP add-ons for the client, more on this later though. As for a score, I can't give Meteor less than a 10 out of 10 for its PvP modules. No other client comes close to the sheer amount and quality of the modules. Meteor has a crazy amount of utility hacks that make Anarchy more of an enjoyable experience. And again, you can add more modules with the add-ons feature. Some clients have a lot of modules, but none of them work very well, while Meteor somehow offers a huge range of high quality modules. All of these modules have a purpose and most of them work well. For utility, I score Meteor 9 out of 10. Most of the modules offered by Meteor have a lot of settings. Modules like Crystal Aura have a scary amount of settings, and this is true for a lot of the other modules. From my experience, no other client comes close to Meteor in terms of customization. So once again, I have to score the client a second 10 out of 10. Meteor's GUI is very customizable, and while the default look is good, I personally prefer customizing the look of the client. The default key for opening the GUI is right shift, though this can be changed. Meteor also has an easy to use click and drag HUD editor, which is always nice to see. I would score Meteor's click GUI an 8 out of 10. I might have scored it higher if it had different modes or if it looked a bit better by default. Overall, when it comes to clients on the newest versions of Minecraft, Meteor is just on another level. There are very few negative things to say about the client. Meteor has an add-on system and people can easily create their own add-ons for the client. There are both free and paid for add-ons for both PvP and utility. I have linked some of them down below. The client also has a config profile system so that you can use different configs on different servers. Meteor also has a macro system and the most baritone settings that I have ever seen on a client. So once again, I'm going to have to score Meteor 9 out of 10. Now we can compare all of the clients' final scores against each other. In 4th or last place we have Aristois with 24 out of 50. In 3rd place we have Wurst with 30 out of 50. In 2nd place we have Bleach Hack with a score of 32 out of 50. And in 1st place we have the Meteor client with a crazy 46 out of 50. I hope this video was helpful for anyone trying to find a new client for Minecraft 1.19. If you found this video helpful, or if you just enjoyed watching the video, please consider liking it. It really helps me out. Thank you so much for watching to the end of my video. I really appreciate your time. Don't forget to subscribe for the $2,000 client giveaway that I will be hosting when I get to 15,000 subscribers. Seeing as you're still here, I assume you enjoyed the videos, so please consider leaving a like and maybe even consider subscribing. I have also recently revamped the KiLAB gaming memberships area on my channel, so be sure to check out the benefits with the join button. Quick shout out to all of my members for all of their support. They help me make higher quality content more often. Anyways, it has been your boy KiLAB. Peace in the Middle East.